Dr. William Li is a Harvard-trained physician and medical scientist
whose work is revolutionizing the way we understand
and fight some of the most devastating diseases facing our world today.
Dr. William Li, a world-renowned physician, scientist, and author known for his groundbreaking research on how food can be used as medicine. Dr. Li is the best-selling author of the book Eat to Beat Disease, where he explores how everyday foods can activate the body's natural defense systems, which are angiogenesis, immunity, stem cells, microbiome, and DNA protection, to fight illness and improve overall health.
And a lot of people don't know this, but that only 5 to 10% of cancers are due to genetics. The rest is due to environment, diet, and lifestyle.
Dr. Li strongly advocates using food as medicine to naturally prevent and fight disease. Let's listen to his top 3 drinks that aim to boost immunity, prevent cancer, and kill cancer cells.
Well, there are studies now that show that even 2 to 3 cups of tea a day can lower your risk of developing ovarian cancer, for example, by up to 50%. This is a gigantic study in Europe called the EPIC study that have looked at all the different food patterns and dietary consumptions over time to look for these correlations. And so active, I studied Chinese green tea, Japanese green tea, and studied Earl Grey. And so you can, besides comparing foods with drugs, you can compare foods with foods to find out which is the best kind. I was interested in this Japanese sencha or Chinese green tea, jasmine tea, or is Earl Grey, which one is better when you throw them into the system? And we found, actually surprisingly, that Earl Grey, the black tea flavored with bergamot, actually was the most potent tea when you combined when you looked at all three side by side.
It's absolutely easy. Now, I will tell you something interesting about English breakfast tea. We did research at the Angiogenesis Foundation, the nonprofit I looked at, to look at different types of teas, different types of green tea, Japanese tea, Chinese jasmine tea, English tea. And we were always assuming, again, this is the power of food as medicine research. We were always assuming that the green tea is going to be the best. I'd always heard that Japanese green tea is going to be like the ultra best. And what we found was that English tea, specifically Earl Grey tea, actually was the most potent when it actually supported your blood vessels, your body's defense system for angiogenesis to keep your circulation healthy. Wow, what a surprise that is. And this spoke to me about the fact that we can't make assumptions. We need to look at facts. We need to look at data. And so I'm a big fan of Earl Grey now. Now, what might make give Earl Grey its superpower? Well, this is where knowing a little bit about what you're eating is actually useful, because Earl Grey is a fermented, it's a black tea. It's got bergamot in it, and bergamot is a kind of a citrus. So maybe it's combining those ingredients that actually provides the superpower. But I do see matcha on this tray. I want to tell you about matcha because matcha is truly a super enriched, polyphenol enriched tea. A lot of people don't realize it. There's no tea bag in it, so don't worry. Yeah. So a lot of people think about matcha as just another green tea, but it's not another green tea. It is made with green tea leaves, the same kind of green tea leaves, but as you would find in any green tea. However, it's what's the composition of matcha. Matcha is green tea that is, before it's ready for harvest, is grown under a shade that changes its chemical structure, natural chemical structure a little bit. So it's got a lot of potency to it. And what happens with matcha is they take the tea leaf, they take out the stem of the green tea leaf, and they ground up the actual leaf into a powder. Now, what's in that green tea leaf? You've got not just some of the polyphenols that might steep out in the cup, whether you're using a tea bag or loose leaf tea, you're getting all the polyphenols suspended in that. So now you get 100% polyphenol, okay, in matcha. So go ahead, go ahead and do it. Okay, that one's good. All right. Okay, for matcha. And because you're getting the tea leaf ground to it, you're also getting your dietary fiber. That dietary fiber is good for your gut health, your microbiome, good for your metabolism, good for lowering inflammation. And the polyphenols found in green tea have also been, matcha tea, have also been found in the lab to kill breast cancer stem cells. What's a breast cancer stem cell? What's a stem cell, cancer stem cell? Well, look, stem cells are these renewable cells, all right? And cancers contain stem cells that help the cancers come back, right? If you got cancer, you get it treated.
Dr. Lee's key messages about tea are that when it is consumed on a daily basis, tea can have a powerful effect by inhibiting tumor blood vessel growth, making it a potent anti-angiogenic food. The high content of catechins, particularly EGCG, is central to this effect. Dr. Lee's tip for tea is steep longer or swirl the tea bag to maximize catechins.
Of cacao, but I will tell you that cacao has been shown to actually double the number of stem cells flowing in your bloodstream just by having 2 cups of hot chocolate made with 80% high flavanol chocolate, dark chocolate.
Come on.
Yeah, that's been done in people 60-year-olds with heart disease.
So wait, what happens when you drink or you eat this dark chocolate?
Okay.
What happens?
Yeah, the polyphenols in this dark chocolate that we know what they are. They're called procyanidins. So I'm a scientist, so my job is to actually know what the inside chemicals actually are.
Yes.
These are natural chemicals, all right? Most people don't need to know that, but you drink it and it tastes good. That's all you need to know. But I'll tell you, these natural chemicals found in cacao actually trigger a reaction in your body so that they call out the stem cells. So it is literally like bees flying out of a hive, can double the number of stem cells. And what's the practical impact? Well, there was a study done at UCSF in San Francisco that looked at 60-year-old men with heart disease. So these are people whose blood vessels were already not doing so well, and their blood flow wasn't going so well either, and their blood vessels were kind of sick. That's kind of the definition of heart disease. Mm-hmm. By having the stem cells coming out, they were able to actually double the resiliency, the function of their blood vessels. So they got better rebound, they're better agility. Their blood vessels are in better shape.
Dr. Lee highlights that high flavanol cocoa drinks, such as hot chocolate, have been shown to double circulating stem cells, which help to repair tissues and blood vessels. Cacao is rich in procyanidins and flavanols that inhibit abnormal blood vessel growth, angiogenesis, benefiting conditions like cancer, cardiovascular disease, and diabetic complications. In addition, dark chocolate brings antioxidants and anti-inflammatory bioactives that not only nourish stem cell activity but also combat systemic inflammation.
Coffee actually protects stem cells in your body. Now, our stem cells live in our bone marrow and they come out into our bloodstream to repair us from the inside out. Happens all the time. But as we get older, our stem cells are a little bit less vigorous than when we're younger. And a lot of things can affect this, including oxidative stress from the environment and just simply aging. And so one of the things that coffee does is it acts as a shield to our stem cells so they can actually keep on working as robustly and vibrantly as possible, regenerating us from the inside out.
Finally, Dr. Lee recommends daily coffees to activate all 5 of the body's defense systems. Coffee's polyphenols, primarily chlorogenic and caffeic acid, have been shown in lab studies to turn on tumor suppressor genes, blocking cancer growth. Coffee also contains potent anti-angiogenic compounds such as chlorogenic acid that cut blood supply to tumors, helping starve their growth. And as an extra, coffee has been shown to slow down cellular aging and boost metabolism. Dr. Lee's tip for coffee is enjoy plain black coffee. It's not just comfort, but health science. Dr. Lee champions the concept of food as medicine, and particularly in preventing disease and cancer.